Yeah.
What's up and what's going on, everyone? Appreciate you guys once again coming to another second episode of the Morning Report with myself and Chillmonger. I am Planet Fanatics Darius, and that is Chillmonger, and we're going to be joining you guys Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday every morning for the Morning Report. Chillmonger, we hadn't seen you since yesterday. How was your evening?
It's been basic. I ordered a burger and a poutine. That was all I did.
Yeah, I didn't do anything either at all. I didn't do anything yesterday at all worth talking about.
No.
And it was kind of a slow news day as well yesterday. There are a few things that we can talk about and get into you guys with. One of the things I do want to know, I know, Chill, how are you on? Not that any of the topics today, at least that I think, have any spoilers or any leaks or anything like that. But when it comes to plot leaks and things like that, or is that something that you want to discuss? Or I don't even know if most of the viewers want plot leaks and things like that. The only reason I bring that up is because I do know that last night the Doomsday plot leak had fizzled.
You see, I used to say I need to watch the movies. I'm avoid the plot leaks, but since I don't care so much about Marvel, if you wanted to talk about Doomsday plot leaks, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know. Because, I love, like I said, I love the leaks and plot leaks and speculation around that and talking and theorizing. So, yeah, it's fun. Like I said, I know the one for Doomsday, I think, leaked out sometime last night. And it's speculation, grain of salt type of thing. Could be completely false. Could be completely false. I was reading something while trying to say that. So it could be completely false. It probably is not real at all. But then again, most of the time they are. So we'll see. And we appreciate everybody too. Zangbeto, I see you. Nary's, Stamina, the guys that are in the chat commenting, and the people that are just watching. We appreciate all of you. If you hadn't hit that like button, go ahead and do so. You can subscribe to our individual channels as well, Planet Fanatics and Chillmonger, if you are new here. And if you aren't new here, go get somebody new. Bring them here so they can watch and enjoy with you. So the things on the docket that we have today, we're going to talk about Harry Potter. The casting around Harry Potter. Again, there was some more casting that we did not go over yesterday outside of Harry, the main character. We're also going to talk about Jason Isaac, who played Malfoy's father and also plays the Grand Inquisitor in Rebels. Talk about how fans are just racist because of the way they are treating. And how am I pronouncing his name? Is it
Paapa Essiedu?
Oh, okay. So it's Paapa.
Let's go with Paapa. Let's just do Paapa.
Okay, so Paapa. How people are treating the casting of him as Snape and the conversation surrounding that and everything like that. We're also going to talk about James Gunn. I talked about this yesterday. He did an interview with GQ where he was talking about all his films, and he talked about Guardians and the stones and everything like that, and how he came up with the lore for the Infinity Stones in less than 3 minutes. And then we'll talk about David Zaslav, who has come out and, again, giving more praise, seemingly, to a longer answer even to Peter Safran, James Gunn, and the success of Superman and where he wants DC to go, or they see DC going.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the only thing on our list, or was there something else? Am I missing something?
Shoot, Star Wars and what's going on with George Lucas and Rian Johnson giving an interview recently.
That's correct. Rian Johnson did a recent interview talking about his 3 films that I don't know, on the table, off the table, in conversation. I don't know. We'll talk about what he had to say with that. And for the first time ever, George Lucas, the maker himself, will be at San Diego Comic-Con. So that is really big. And then something else that's also on there. Sorry, Chill. What were you going to say?
That I saw Star Wars Theory say, I'm going to go meet George Lucas. Well, not meet him, but I'll be in the same room where he's presenting.
Yeah, I did watch that video that he did. And then, of course, we'll kind of get into the hall. That's kind of, if you haven't seen Superman, spoiler leaky, we'll talk about the Hall of Justice mural that was shown in the film and who those heroes were. Is highlighted, and how James Gunn has commented on how one of those heroes is being played by a very famous actor. So we will get into that as well. But where do you want to start?
I want to start with what Michael Nemo said, continuing the conversation from yesterday, that he got the Galactus head for $100, so $80 is the steal.
You got it for $100. You paid $100 for it, Michael. Man, I really might be paying that $80. No, he said JK. He didn't pay $100 for that. I still can't. I still can't.
I've not seen this. I looked. I checked. I looked for reports. I don't see this at all that Netflix wants Star Wars.
Ricardo, appreciate you being here as well. Lawrence, Professor Film Fan, and Michael, appreciate you guys. Yeah, me and Chill were talking about that behind the scenes there about Netflix and Star Wars. I have not seen that either. I saw that Theory did a video on it. I haven't seen anything from any credible trades talking about it or anything like that. The only thing I commented on that and said is I don't know that Netflix can do that. Star Wars, how much did they bought that for? What, 1.5 or something billion?
$4 billion, maybe
$4 billion. They would definitely sell it for way more than that. And I just don't know that Netflix do they have that to give for the entire Star Wars franchise. And then would you trust Netflix with the Star Wars franchise? And for me, I'm going to personally say no. The only reason I'm saying that is just because I had high hopes for I know a lot of you liked the Avatar live action. I did not. I just didn't. I think the opening scene of the air temple getting attacked by the Fire Nation is brilliant. But anything else, I just didn't like. I didn't like the changes. I know a lot of people said, well, why did you go see How to Train Your Dragon if it's literally the animation but live action? Because I want that. That's what I want. I don't like creative spins. I don't like for the director to say, well, what if we did this instead of that? Well, that's how you get Ohana. Fuck it, So no, I'm just like, I'm not interested in your special take. So I don't know if I could trust Netflix with Star Wars because they might take special takes and get directors in there and things that people that don't understand.
Even if it's Netflix, Dave Filoni's still in charge. You think they get rid of him? You think they say, okay, creative overhaul, Dave, you're no longer here? That's not what happened when George sold it. So it won't happen also when Netflix becomes the main distributor. They'll just say, what's working? What's already in development? Okay, we'll continue with those things. But the new things, like 4 years from now, those will be our original, greenlit ideas.
Yes and no, maybe, because they did lie to George. What George presented to them is what we got in 7, 8, and 9 was not what was discussed in conversation, was not what George's vision was. So they could say one thing, yeah, we're going to do this and blah, 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 blah. And then maybe that's another George situation where it's like, psych, we're giving you Ray.
Okay. The thing about George is I guess we're in the Star Wars realm right now. Let's keep it Star Wars if that's okay. I don't think you're in a rush to get to the Zaslav thing. George Lucas has sold it. He said, well, now I can do things like smaller movies that only I get to see. I'm like Francis Ford Coppola now. That's what I get to do, my own type of movie. I didn't see George Lucas put out a movie since he stole Star Wars. The last one he did was Red Tails, but that was maybe 2011. Where is this new George Lucas movie? Is he sick? What's going on? Why can't he make more movies? He's not even making that many appearances. No Star Wars celebration in Japan. You would think Japan, there's nothing. What's wrong with Japan? You're not going to get, never, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but it's Japan. It's a different country. It's foreign. It's like, let me go show love. I probably am not going to get the critic stuff that's been bothering me. He doesn't show up for things. Now with him coming to SDCC, there's got to be a reason. This could be some of that like signs of he's near the end, and he's when you do something just so that you can say you did it. I think we shouldn't be so happy that George is finally coming to a convention and be worried with, is he like checking something off a bucket list? He's 81.
He is 81, but maybe he's like, you take it back to what you said about him, not doing in movies. Maybe he doesn't want to. He's 81. He's tired. Maybe once he sold Star Wars and was raped by Disney on lies and everything like that, but they still cut him a huge check. After I get $1.4 billion for selling my life's work, I don't want to pick up a pen and start something new. I've got $1.4 billion. I'm done. I gave you Star Wars. I gave you Indiana Jones. I gave you what's the kind of
Oh yeah, the with the wait
it's like
Willow.
Grease. There's
Willow.
Willow too, but it's kind of like the other one. It's like I forget what it is. But he's given so many different films and things like that at 81 or whatever age he was when he sold Star Wars. I'm done. And now showing up to SDCC, it could be a bucket list thing, or it could be a deal where it's just like, hey, for the first time in SEC history, we've got the maker here. And what's he going to talk about? I don't know. Could it be a project, something new he's coming back for? Could be. Maybe George does come back. Maybe he has one last hurrah in him. I wouldn't mind George coming back at all. But I don't know. I think it could be an announcement. We'll see. I don't know what that could be. Would it be a movie? Would it be a series, animation? I mean, George still has input. He still talks very actively with Dave on, a lot of different things. Maybe they've been having talks like, hey, George, let's pull you back for one more movie. I've got this movie in mind. And well, yeah, sounds like a good idea.
It's called Sea Wars. You've got all these mammals and fishes in the sea that we don't know. More things that are undiscovered here than there is in outer space. Sea Wars. You kill it.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know though. I think, like I said, I as a huge Star Wars fan, I love the maker. So anything that George, sometimes I think George gets in his way a lot of the times. Like I prefer the original versions of the films instead of going back and randomly seeing this big CGI dinosaur walking across Tatooine in episode 4 and things like that. I can do without that. I like the original,
No,
and I know that I do. Oh, I do. I love the original. If I'm watching 4, 5, and 6, I love it to be the way it was made.
Kathleen Kennedy released the original cut, and it was very, very hated. It got, and George Lucas preserved it. Not preserved it. He archived it. He archived it. No one was supposed to see this thing, and then she put it out in London for like a screening a couple months ago.
I did see that.
People did not like that movie. You wouldn't want to see the movie. You need that CGI dinosaur.
No. Yeah. I also don't like no. I like where Jabba wasn't there originally on Tatooine, and then I know in the script he was originally there. He's a person. They turned him into da. But until you go back and watch some of the remake stuff, Jabba's not there, and Han's not poking him, and all that type of. I just could do without it.
Junior says Red Tails. I loved Red Tails. It's sad that only 2 actors from that film who are having success are Michael B. and David Oyelowo. Neo, he's had a little bit of success.
It's not
Red Terrence
Tails
Howard.
I'm thinking of.
I'm
not thinking of Red Tails. I'm thinking of American Graffiti. That's what I was thinking of. Okay. He did something on Beverly Hills Cops.
But Red Tails was cool. I saw like athletes in huddles to the last day, to the last bullet. We fight. It's a thing.
I have a video of my boys when they were 5th graders or 6th graders. That was their 5th grade. They were in elementary. That was their chant. They did that before games.
That's cool. They saw Dwayne Wade do it, and they're like, "Oh, we can do it too."
Yeah. That was their chant. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, he did do Red Tails though. Haven't seen that, I don't think, since 2012.
Let's get into a super.
That I will retire with the ring, and I will retire with the crown. Yes, no, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed.
Yes, clap for the I am too fly, Cam. Pigs will fly before Rian Johnson gets another Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Link.
Yeah.
We know this.
Yeah, no, that is a whole thing. What did Rian exactly say? I saw it. I didn't read it because anytime I see Rian Johnson paired up in the same sentence with Star Wars, I ignore it. that man, oh my God, I ignore it. So
Well, he spoke with, it was the Hollywood Reporter, I believe. Let's go listen to our friend Star Wars Meg, see what she had to say on it.
Ryan has changed his tune. He used to be so certain that one day he was going to return to Lucasfilm and work on those movies. But now you get the impression that even he knows it's never going to happen. So here's the quote. It was all very conceptual. There was never any outline or treatment or anything. Nothing really happened. We had a great time working on The Last Jedi, and Lucasfilm said, let's keep doing it. And then he says he kicked some ideas around with Kathy, but nothing ever came of it. But now, my friends, instead of talking about when it's going to happen further down the line, he's using the word if. So instead of saying I'm going to return to this one day, when Knives Out is done, I'm going to focus on my Star Wars trilogy, he says this: if down the line there's an opportunity to do it, I would be thrilled. That is a stark difference to his comments in the past.
That is a stark difference. Thank you to that channel is Star Wars Meg. If you guys want to check out, she's got daily updates. She kills it. The the way that like development is perceived at Lucasfilm is like no other studio. Announcements are made. Like they're put publicly, but even that isn't anything. And some things will leak publicly, and that doesn't mean anything. It's all chatter. It's all, who cares? I mean, until they're on set and they're filming something, and even then, you can still fire the directors. Like I think Lord and Miller were for the Solo project. It's just all chatter. I think we should put no stock into anything Kennedy. James Gunn to a lesser extent, but Kennedy for sure.
yeah, this man is never going to come back to Star Wars. It was never, even when he was saying when, that was never happening. He effectively delivered the film that broke the camel's back, the film that effectively divided the fandom. Now you can say the fandom was divided before with the prequels and the original series, but yes, that was just no, I think the originals are better. No, I think the prequels are better. Oh, the prequels, he cries too much. That type of conversation. When The Last Jedi dropped, it divided fans completely and ultimately really shattered any type of faith we had in Disney over at Star Wars. Or, I'm sorry, with Star Wars over at Disney. So like, no, he was never coming back. This film is awful. It is a terrible, terrible film. And if they allowed Rian Johnson to do 3 films, I think that would be the first time we would really see Star Wars bomb in the box office when it comes to the silver screen. Star Wars has never failed outside of the Solo movie when it comes to box or big silver screen films. This would be the first time we'd see that really happen on all 3 if he was to come back and do a trilogy. Because, like I said, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He ruined the franchise. That is a terrible film, a terrible, terrible, terrible film. You took the franchise's main character and turned him into this villainous hermit who doesn't value any of the things that he was taught to be a Jedi. And it's just that's not Luke. Mark Hamill will tell you that.
Yeah, that's Jake Skywalker. Yeah. There's something else to show you that you might be interested in. It's back from 2023, where she was asked about the Feige movie. I guess I gotta play this ad. Sorry. It's the ones you can't skip. It's really not even that important, too. It's when Kathleen Kennedy was asked by IGN about the Feige stuff, and she did. Is that a third ad?
It is. No, YouTube's gotten out of control with the ads.
Remarkable Paper Pro. The ultimate.
Yeah, and for all the movies that we did hear about today, we do know that there are some that have been shelved.
Well, they haven't been shelved. Most things haven't been shelved. Development is a complicated, long-term process. Some people, we're dealing with scheduling, because obviously really talented people are working. So we don't. It's often not a shelving. It's just, is it ready? That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about kind of projects like Rogue Squadron and Kevin Feige's project. So could those still see the light of day?
Kevin Feige's project was something announced in.
This.
Are you kidding me?
Told you they're getting out of control.
Forget it, Kathy. I don't. We're not doing you. No.
What did she say? his now Feige's, I don't think there were creative differences from what I've heard just behind the scenes and things like that, like she typically has with everyone. That's why Lord and Miller didn't do anything Star Wars. That's why the Game of Thrones guys didn't do anything Star Wars. It's why Taika is not doing anything Star Wars. And again, like we're hearing why Feige's not doing anything Star Wars, because, and also why she ran off John Favreau. It's the common denominator here is Kathleen Kennedy. It's her. So whatever the creative differences are that she's having behind the scenes with Kevin Feige, it is why he has stepped away from even wanting to do, and to put on the record, he loves Star Wars more than he loves Marvel. That's him saying that. He wanted to do something Star Wars, but didn't mesh with Kathleen. And whatever his vision was, it didn't align with her vision. So from what I've heard, he's no longer even attached to anything Star Wars.
Yeah, Michael Waldron was the screenwriter for it. He was asked interviewed while he was out for Multiverse of Madness. Somebody asked him about it. Yeah, I'm writing the script for it. It's in development. So don't lie to me and tell me that, no, that was just something the media ran with. No, Kathy. It was real.
Yeah. Yeah, it was real. It was never fake. He was actually really going to do a Star Wars film.
Yeah, yo. Hey, Bryce Dallas Howard for Mace Windu movie. Right, give me Mace Windu appearing in Kenobi season 2. Give it a proper budget, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm Again, I'm weird on certain things being put into production under that current regime, but yeah, it could be fun. There's some upcoming Star Wars stuff I'm looking forward to, so it could be fun. But
may the Force be with you.
Yeah, may it be with you. We'll see. Hasn't been with them in a while, but we'll see. What is next on our list? That'd be the Zaslav.
Yeah. This is from the Times. He says, a hell of a run, David Zaslav, the chief executive of Warner Brothers, said in a phone interview. We're organized and we're on the attack. Mr. Zaslav lavished praise on... Bro, sorry. Pause. That's a tongue twister, and they put that on purpose. So someone's got a sense of humor over there. Mr. Zaslav lavished praise on James Gunn, who directed and wrote Superman. Mr. Gunn also runs DC Studios with Peter Safran. Our biggest strategic opportunity was that DC was underdeveloped, he said. Now we have Gunn and Safran firing with a 10-year plan. Supergirl has already been shot. They're working on Wonder Woman. They're working on Batman and Clayface. Why didn't you say Clayface, David Zaslav?
Yeah. Did he not say Clayface?
Not in this quote. He did it yesterday.
Okay. Yeah. So he's seeming to, give really high praise to James Gunn and Peter Safran. I think it was Jeff Snyder that said that may be an older quote, that might not be recent. But I feel like that would be recent. Did he mention things about, or was it just, oh no, he didn't say anything about, I guess not. So that could be an older quote. Don't know. But I think that, you look at the numbers for Superman, you look at just yesterday, I think on a Monday, it made $13 million. So Superman seems to have the legs. It seems to have the word of mouth, the interest in people really wanting to see it. I haven't seen anything but good things about it outside of just the Snyder people. You're muted.
The Snyder people are so unhinged and they're so transparent. I don't even have to worry about it anymore. I can rule you out forever right now, just based off of what you have to say when you review the Superman movie. Snyder people are the cultists, the ones who can't separate their love for a director with just reality. Are they're out in the open now. It's disgusting.
Yeah. I saw some saying that it only made 125 million opening weekend and all this kind of stuff. But I agree with what Lawrence said too. I don't think they should do Clayface without a Batman. Don't be like Sony. I agree with that. I completely agree with that. I just, even though I'm now somewhat interested in seeing what Clayface could be under this new DC Studios banner and things like that, it's still one of those things where you have gods at your fingertips, and we are going to Z tier characters. He's still talking about Sergeant Rock and how that's still on the table, how that's still happening. And I'm just thinking to myself again, even though he's talked about Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, and things like that, why are those not the priorities? Again, he has said when scripts are perfect and they feel like a script can go into production, then it'll go straight into production from there once he feels the script is perfect. So maybe he's not read a script. He said scripts are being written currently for Wonder Woman and Batman. Maybe he hasn't read a script for Wonder Woman and Batman that he feels are just, let's go straight into production. He said that Clayface was originally Matt Reeves's deal, but because it was so good, they switched it over to the DCU and blah, 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 blah. I just, again, like after seeing after seeing Superman and after seeing Mr. Terrific, after seeing Guy, after seeing Hot Girl, Metamorph, I'm not wanting to my next film, even though it is Supergirl, I'm not wanting my film after that to be, we got all these powerful Kryptonians and the Lantern Corps, and now we're talking about Clayface. Now we're talking about Sergeant Rock. That's not the trajectory you need to be going in. You just did Superman. Where's Wonder Woman? Where's the Flash? Where's Batman? Where's Aquaman? Where's Martian Manhunter? We want to see God. Me. I don't want to say we. Oh. I want to see God-like heroes with powers. I'm not wanting to see Sergeant fucking Rock or Clayface. I just don't.
Well, I want to see Shazam and the Shazam family and him versus Black Adam, hopefully.
Yeah. Like we want to see those heroes. And I know we're getting there. But it's just like when we're having conversations of these lesser characters instead of the big guns, especially off the heels of the biggest gun, it's like, come on.
Low-key, I thought you meant James Gunn, the biggest gun, but you meant Superman.
No. I'll come off the heels of Superman.
James Gunn confirms Sergeant Rock is still in development. Superman is very different from the R-rated movie we're making, a body horror movie with Clayface. It's very different from Sergeant Rock movie we're making. It's very different from Supergirl, which is a space fantasy. Yo, the most interesting thing from that quote, and the picture should be of Supergirl, because of him saying that it's a space fantasy, that does change it from the Superman angle, like Earth-based. I want to see you go out in outer space. Maybe explain what she was doing, while this whole movie was taking place.
Well, he also did say that James Gunn says Supergirl is the next DC movie after Superman because it's incredible. Other movies have been written, but they haven't been as good as this one. Then he also says that Millie Alcott's Supergirl won't be the Supergirl we're used to.
We're not used to any Supergirl.
We've had iterations of Kara, though, that we've seen in animation, if you've read comics of her, things like that. So when he says it's not going to be the Supergirl we're used to, it takes me back to the film. I know a lot of people may have liked what they saw in the film. We can go spoilers now. We're on Tuesday of Superman being out. We're going to be talking about the Hall of Justice mural wrapped into this. So when she does show up for that short period of time in the movie, if that is her in her movie, and I'm sure it's not going to be her the entire time, but I don't know. We'll see. I didn't like her cameo.
I liked it because it's her, and then I had to analyze her voice, and she was gone before anything else. She played with the dog. That was it.
Yeah. But I'm more talking about how she is this drunk sorority type girl. The way Superman said, she likes to party on other planets that have red suns and things like that, blah, 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 to where she can get drunk and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, so what are we doing with Supergirl? Where are we going? What is this? What is the movie going to be? Because I'd assume her being Kryptonian like Superman, she's got the same message. Yes. Conquer, rule.
With the harem?
maybe not a harem, but conquer and rule. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Supergirl can be an interesting one because it won't have Gunn's fingerprints on. And if it's Woman of Tomorrow derived, it'll be hella different in tone and mood. Hold on a second. Tom King, he wrote Women of Tomorrow, didn't he? I'm not a DC Comics head, but because he's part of the production, like how much can you really stray off from what we've seen before if the same guy who was part of that comic is doing the movie?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I agree with D-Stizzle where he said I'll take on Kara. I mean, it was strange. It wasn't one that I've typically ever seen. I've never seen Kara as this. I've seen her angry. I've seen her, obviously she grew up on Krypton. She was there when it blew up, all this kind of stuff. So it's just like, I've never seen her as the drunk sorority. I'm not saying she doesn't have a good time. I don't know what she does in her spare time like that. I'm just saying, and I'm not about to sit here and say that I have, because I'm not a reader of Supergirl comics like that. I'm going off of iterations I've seen of her in animation and things like that. And it's just never been this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only thing I know about Supergirl, she dies in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Yeah. Saw it on a YouTube video.
Yeah. She drinks to forget. Well, that could be a thing too. Okay. Now when you add that layer on it, knowing what we know about Krypton, knowing what we know about what was told to Superman in the message from his parents. Again, I don't know if that's a across the board thing for Krypton and the children that survived, or like her and him, things like that. I don't know. But if she's drinking to forget and she's not as angry and blah, 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 maybe.
It's not a great way to introduce a female character to little girls. No, it's not. I don't want to see so different. I want to see wholesome, Kansas adjacent Supergirl.
Kara been very vengeful and she's been, yeah, I mean, I agree with that as well. I've never seen her. And then Crypto's not her dog.
She is now. He is now.
I didn't mind that either. I mean, I don't care, but I didn't mind that either. Let's see. Kyle said, when are you going to drop a full review, Darius? Is it on Superman? Should I do a full review on Superman? I guess I could do a full review on Superman.
Because you were kind of limited with what you could say on Thursday. You just came back, didn't want to spoil.
That's true. Yeah, I'll probably do one. I would probably do one on it because I really did like I said, I've seen it twice. I'll be seeing it 3 times. Seeing it the 3rd time this coming up weekend. So
I wish they would have gave us more from Supergirl. And Supergirl is a movie that's coming out 11 months later. You already know it's cemented. Just give us, you can commit to something. Tell me what the story next year is going to be about. And he didn't do that. I don't think he understands it. He doesn't understand. James Gunn doesn't get post-credit scenes neither. I saw him talking about how, well, some of the favorite ones was the Stan Lee post-credit scene that I did. Remember that one? The people enjoyed Howard the Duck, so that's why I'm trying to give someone a reward for waiting to see all of the names at the end. No, we don't wait to see all the names. It's not like a reward because we stayed for the names. We're staying to see the post-credit scene, and we're lying to ourselves if we're pretending it's another way.
Yeah, no, I get the character of Kara. I completely understand she's different from Superman, and how he was raised by the Kents and where like I said, she was on Krypton. I understand Kara. Just didn't like that scene.
Do you stay for post credits like on any other movie? One that let me rephrase that. Do you stay for credits on other movies with no post credit scene? You're just watching a regular old Dune or something. No.
Unless there's post credit scenes, I'm not sticking around.
Yeah. So we're just lying to ourselves if we think that there's people going, oh, this is the part where it goes special thanks. Not that I don't like that special thanks, because I actually will look for comic book creators and I'll be like, yeah, yep. I know why you referenced him because he wrote that and he wrote that and they invented that character. So you see, that's fun. But I'm only there because of the post-credit scene I'm waiting on. And post-credit scenes need to be more important than what they give us. And lately, most post-credit scenes have been whack. I feel like, you know what, Ant-Man and the Wasp, when they turned to dust, that was a sick post-credit scene. Made us wait all that time, and we're all wondering, oh my god, whether he's stuck in the quantum realm. Hello, Hope, Hank, anyone? That was a feeling, man. They don't give us that anymore. Now they give us like, hey, Doctor Strange, come in here. Okay, your third eye opens up.
James also said, though, I thought he said that his don't expect any post-credit scenes to lead in his films to like the next big film or next big thing or anything like that. So I think when it comes to DC, I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Check it. I think he did say that, though. I think if he did say that, then we're going to get post-credit scenes like we got in Superman all the time. And if that is the case, I will not be sticking around for the post-credit scenes. I'll be leaving.
Yeah, well, 2 hours haven't tinkled yet. You're gonna go to the restroom.
Yeah. I can't do it. He did
Mural.
Yeah, the mural. Do you have that picture?
Yes, I do.
So again, spoilers if you haven't seen Superman or anything like that. In the Hall of Justice, this mural pops up, and there are several heroes on this mural that James Gunn has said that one in particular, a very famous actor, is going to be playing. Do you have the picture with them identified?
Nah.
I sent it to you. I thought I sent that one to you.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me resend it. If I can find it. Here it is.
James Gunn said that one of the characters, it's age restricted. I can't see it.
It's age restricted.
Yeah. Because I didn't apply my birth date to my profile, they won't let me see it.
Here, I'll share the screen. Why is it not sharing it?
Does that say Black Panther or Black Pirate?
Where do you see it? Is it on the screen?
Right now, something's on the right side of the screen. Yeah.
Oh, it's not on my screen. It's not on that.
Try removing it, and let's try adding to stage. You see it now?
Yeah, now I do. I think the audience can see it now too, because I couldn't see it at all. Okay. Oops, wrong one. Here. All right. Now, they've got the Flash down here in the corner. They've got the Black Pirate, Vibe, Dr. Fate, Wildcat, Freedom Beast, Atomic Knight, and James said that one of these was being played by a very famous actor. So you've got, we were talking about yesterday, black characters. So you've got some black characters in there.
Well, I'm not okay. Listen, black characters are awesome, but I don't celebrate supporting characters, minor characters, smaller character roles. So like, how many of these will be high profile with their own movie?
Well, we don't know that. I mean, Mr. Terrific until Thursday was a minor role in DC.
You're right. But I also like can live in reality, and I can say that they're not gonna be, oh, we got Terrific, now let's do another black character. Let's do another black character. They're not driven like that. They're gonna think we did sufficient with Mr. Terrific, and yay us. They're gonna pat themselves on the back. We did a great job, and that's that. I don't know if all of these other candidates get their movie or get furthering.
So what if
I'm still sharing?
Do we think that we can go back. I was just pulling up Vibe. Do you think that James is going to be so anti-black
inclusion?
Hero?
No. He'll be content with what he has done, and if we celebrate it or if we give him too much positive reinforcement, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, every time I do a white movie, where the third person on the casting is black, it creates happiness. So I'm doing the right thing. And the more I don't know, I'm just trying to say I'm worried and I don't want to over celebrate. That's all I'm trying to say. That's the angle I'm taking right now. It's not bad that dude will be in a movie who I've never heard of, named Dominic Minglaw.
Who?
What was his name? It was just on the screen that you just had. Dominic something.
Oh, you're talking about Freedom Beast?
Freedom Beast. There it is. Never heard of him, but sure, like there's no reason why Dominic Mindau can't be a household name with a couple of movies. Guardians worked, and he's the one who created Guardians. So this guy can be big. But I'm not naive to believe that, that's the agenda, just to make popular black characters here and there and everywhere.
Well, I agree with that too. A little background on him. He was born in South Africa, raised during the apartheid. He was placed under the arrest of taking pictures of violent acts committed by white folk. What's his power?
Overcoming racism.
Drinking rainwater that had been filtered through a cavern's mineral. Dominic is in possession of superpower strength, stamina, speed, and endurance beyond that of a normal man, with strength greater than an adult gorilla. Now, why do they have to compare it to a goddamn gorilla? Able to lift, press, and exercise of 2 tons, and with the speed of a cheetah, more than 60 miles per hour sprints. His physicality is more than a match for most baseline humans. The helmet is inherited from Bwana Beast. Allows him to not only to control and communicate with minds of animals, but allows him the ability to splice 2 creatures together to create a hybrid.
That's cool.
Form of the 2, for example, a zebra and a vulture, into a creature that had the tails of both. That's cool.
I could see that going well,
especially in James Gunn's universe. I imagine him, taking that and
right. Usually penguins can't fly, but if I take a penguin and I put it with a fly, it becomes a flying penguin. James Gunn, that's a knee slapper there.
Yeah, he could definitely, go a lot of different routes with it. That seems like a character that James Gunn would want to play with anyway. Most of these on here do, outside of the Flash and Wildcat, really, and Dr. Fate. These other 3 these other 4 aren't, at least to me, well-known ones. I know Vibe, but aren't well-known ones. Now, Fate, I wonder if Fate is the one that's got the famous actor that's supposed to be playing him, or is it the Flash? Because it would have to be one of those 2. To have a very famous actor playing the character, you're going to go to a very famous actor and say, hey, you want to play Atomic Knight? You want to play Vibe? No, it's got to be Dr. Fate or the Flash. Pierce Brosnan just played Fate and Black Adam, and Miller was the last to play Flash. Although Grant Gustin has said that he really wants to continue playing the Flash in James Gunn's universe. Would you want Grant back? No? You're muted.
Too much confusing, too much mixing. If Tyler Hoechlin can't be Superman anymore, then he's not going to bring the TV version of Flash anymore. We're just going to start brand new. Like when Henry Cavill goes, everyone's going. Gal Gadot is gone. Ben Affleck's out. It's just brand new everyone for these characters here.
There's someone else back here too that they didn't highlight. It's a female. I don't know who.
Power Girl?
I don't think so. That doesn't look like her outfit.
Who's the woman on the Terrifics? Maybe it's her.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm curious to see where all of it goes though. But I like it. Looks fun. New
good
heroes.
Easter egg.
Yeah.
It could be more than just an Easter egg. And
Yeah.
it's just a matter of if this movie is successful, which last time we checked, Box Office Mojo had it grossing 220. So the domestic went up. It's at 125.
Nice.
This is what it did. All right. Unfortunately, the international numbers are what the international numbers are. You need to have a larger international base than what they made in the United States and Canada. And unfortunately, that's not where we are. I'm very, very let down by that. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see how things continue, because the Monday drop may only be 25% or something ridiculously healthy. So let's see what goes on.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it was a well-received movie, bro.
It really was. It really was. It truly was. Yeah, and then also on the mural thing, I don't know if, because when in the film, the Justice Gang is just the three of them now metamorpho.
Yeah.
So it's like, are these past? Like, why would you have this mural if you just form the Justice Gang and there's only you four? Are these like
Yeah, when people die, that's when you put murals up.
Yeah, why would you have this mural? Because you look at this Flash here. This is the old Flash. That's not Flash's up to date uniform.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just weird. There's only three of them. I mean, they added Metamorpho at the end, and then you've got a mural with heroes, but why aren't they there then? And then they got boxes. I mean, when you look at the Hall of Justice when Rachel was there, they had boxes like they were still unpacking. Like there was that picture of the three of them, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific, and Guy, that was in a box. And they looked like they were still kind of moving into the Hall of Justice. So I don't know. And why the Hall of Justice if they're just the Justice Gang? So I have a lot of questions.
Something to pay attention on your rewatch.
Yeah. All right. What is next on our list?
We got
we have supers. Yeah.
Take this money. Take this money. Ain't no way you can take this money. Ain't funny. Take it, honey.
Michael Nemo with $2 says Freedom Beast was race swap. No, the South African one.
Oh, he was white originally.
Oh,
interesting. Oh, interesting. He was
why
white.
do we do this? I see Dre Mac in the chat that just joined. Dre, you also saw me when I posted this commentary, because I'm happy. What's his name? Chris. This dude posting a picture. Oh, look, we're all on set. This was great. He says, while we're waiting for production to reset the set on the streets of Cleveland, the cast was held in a holding room where Wendell, Eddie, Terrence, and I spotted each other.
The picture that's up is the mural.
Okay. Thank you for that. I gotta stop sharing you, and I gotta start sharing chill.
There you go.
Thanks. Okay, so let's start over again. Actually, I won't start over again. You get it. It says each of us had already met separately in different iterations. This was the first time we were all in the same room, feeling a kinship. We naturally gravitated to each other and bundled up. Once gathered, we were like, "What's up, fellas? So we probably should take a photo together, right? Let's do that." And you can see that he put all these emojis where you can see their skin. They're very happy to be melanated and to be part of the cast of Superman. And I understand that and I get that. But the reason I'm showing you this is because I wrote the comment that two of them elevated a black DC character. Because dude who plays Otis is playing a white guy, and dude who's playing Perry White is playing a white character who will be depicted as a white guy, a Caucasian, a pink-skinned human being, again in future projects. So this guy over there and this guy over here played authentically melanated characters, and they popularized their likeness of those characters. So salute to these two actors here. That's my point. Sorry to but Michael Nemo with your race swapping comments. Wanted to remind everyone that race swaps take spots. They don't last. They bring nothing long term. They appear progressive without the progress. It's never going to be celebrated by me. All right.
I agree. And Dre did come in though and say so he's being compared to a jungle animal, but it's not a lot of jungle in South Africa.
Dre, don't you work night times? Shouldn't you be asleep right now? It's like 12 noon. He's cozied up in bed. He's like next to a pillow, like, Killmonger and Darius. Yeah.
D Sizzle said he needs a Green Lantern course popping. Yeah. Hope we get to see some really cool Green Lantern stuff in that series. They wrap production, by the way, today. Andre said Grant needs to be done. Stamina said Brosnan's Dr. Fate was the dopest thing about Black Adam aside from Hawkman. I'm not expecting anyone else from the DCEU to return except maybe Margot as Harley as an outside chance. Yeah, as I was watching Suicide Squad the other day, I said likely, I'm sure, because he has given Margot high praise. He loves her. So I'm sure she's probably coming back as Harley. Likely. We have another super.
Let's go.
I take what's mine and take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. Yeah.
Dr. Fate was race swapped? Wait, when? What was he originally?
Fate's always been white, has he not?
Is this like one of those, like he was Greek and then they made him British? What do you mean? Dr. Fate race swap. Animated show? Elaborate on this, Michael. I'm typing first appearance. No, I look Caucasian to me.
Egyptian American.
He's supposed to be Egyptian. Okay, that's about when the skin starts turning a lighter. But if it's ancient Egyptian, and he's Nubian descendant, then no. It was a race swap.
I mean, well, his name ain't white.
What is it?
Nabu.
That's a Gungan name.
Yeah, his name is Nabu. It's not white.
They race swap then. I would count that. I heard something that on the census
he was America. I always get that confused. He was empowered by Nabu, but he's got his name is
Kent Nelson.
There's another one here, Khalid Nassour.
Yeah. On the Wikipedia, that was the most recent of his alter egos.
Yeah, that's the Prime Earth Fate. Yeah, Nabu is the one that gave him his powers.
Okay. Let's get a comics expert to tell us.
Who's a comic expert?
I don't know. Well, I'll let you know when Rob from Comics Explained can jump in and be like, here's the thing. Actually, he's more of a Marvel head. I don't trust him for DC.
Well, Dr. Fate, the Egyptian, played by Pierce Brosnan. But it's still dope. Mm-hmm. Those scenes that they had in there for Fate were dope. Especially when he came in and made Black Adam think he was back in, I don't know, wherever the fuck he's from.
Kendok.
Yes.
Yeah. You want to chime in on a Mr. Terrific and the Eddie Gethegi quote that you provided in the chat? You provided it in the group, I mean.
The one where he was talking about he's going to be doing multiple. He signed a multiple deal.
The quote: "If we're lucky, we're gonna have a lot more opportunities to dig into what Mr. Terrific is and who he is. I feel like we've only scratched the surface." He said that to Variety. None of that is confirmation he's getting his own film or his own TV show. Because you could say the same thing with Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. We're going to get a lot from Hulk, but he never stars in his own thing.
Yeah. I don't think that's the case with Terrific at all. I think that he and James have had conversations. I also think that he probably did tell James what he told in that interview about the X-Men and what he was promised and things like that. And he's like, brother, if this is another thing where I'm coming and I'm dying and I'm not really going to be seen, did that, not really into it, like he said, it's played out. So maybe he's had those conversations. I'm sure he has with James already, and especially with the success around his character and the high praise he's getting. I'm sure, they're already talking. James is already himself talking about a series for him. So, yeah, it'll be a multi. I'm sure most of them, every single one of them, Rachel, Jimmy Olsen, Nicholas Hoult as Lex, they've all signed. I mean, David Cornsweet said he signed a multi-deal contract. So yeah, we know that this is a universe. They have to reappear. These characters are main characters. If it is that Justice League Unlimited vibe, and I was even watching Young Justice last night, you've got to have these heroes. You've got to have all these people, and multi-deals are got to be a part of that. So I'm sure he really does have one. And it's not going to be if we're lucky. I think you were lucky. You were lucky because you seemingly turned Mr. Terrific into this up and coming household name. So they were lucky. They got it.
I've seen that scene on my computer 10 times with the song playing, with Lois Lane going, holy shit. And I'm like, yes, you put mustard on it. What he did was amazing. That's what the audience can live through Lois Lane's reaction. Like, this was such a good outing for a supporting character on a Superman movie.
Yeah. Yep. And like, D Sizzle said, I'm fine with him having a series, but he's most effective on the JLA. And I agree. I mean, once you see him in the, on the team, and I want to see the team actually put together, not the Justice Gang, but the team, the Justice League put together. And I would also like to see the scene. What's the comic panel? He's playing chess with Superman, or is it him playing chess with Flash?
No,
the conversation that they have. They redid that in Young Justice. I think it's in Young Justice. They redid that. It's a very good conversation between the two of them. I think it's correct me, comic heads. I think it's Superman
playing chess with Mr. Terrific.
Yes, I think.
Oh, who wins that? I know Batman and Mr. Terrific are considered the smartest in DC. And I hate that. I hate when they say that, because you can't really measure intelligence. If someone knows something or knows how to handle something better than the other, then they're better at that. But intelligence can't be like, oh, you're first, you're second, you're third. Unless you actually have like a super brain. Luna Lafayette, you're an Inhuman with a brain, then fine, you could be the smartest.
Right. Yeah. No, they changed it. In Young Justice, it's Terrific and Superman. In the comic, it's Superman and the Flash.
I'm sharing your screen here. It's small, but I think I see it.
Yeah, it's this one here. But in Young Justice, the conversation that Superman and Terrific are having during that chess match is a really good one. So I think, I agree. Having Mr. Terrific around, and there it is right there.
Mm-hmm.
Having him around and being the big member that he is, a part of the league, is important. But I wonder if they would take this is why because I tweeted last night. I tweeted James Gunn. Obviously, he's not going to tweet me back. But I tweeted him. I said, James Gunn, can we please get season 5 of Young Justice? And I would even like 6 and 7 seasons of Young Justice. Where we left off in Young Justice, there is a brother leading the league. A brother is in charge. Black Lightning is the leader of the league right now in Young Justice. So I'm like, in live, I started thinking last time, like, I wonder if they would be so ballsy in live action.
Could they?
To make a brother the leader of the league. Could be terrific. I mean, the Justice Gang doesn't have a leader right now. Who is the leader? Guy?
Why could he be the leader? I think Mr. Terrific is. Even those enemies, they're like, who's that? Oh, he's the smart one. I think that makes you the leader, doesn't it?
I would say. So yeah, maybe Terrific is, maybe he's the leader.
Maybe no one's the leader, because it took a vote. Are we called the Justice Gang, right? It was like, well, there's 2 votes, and we overruled you, or something like that.
Maybe
Remember, Hawk Girl said that she voted not to call the Justice Gang, and then
yeah.
And then Guy says, "Okay, fine, you're in. Metamorpho, you're in." But it's not because he decided you're in and he's the leader. It's because everyone needed to agree on it. Needed to be majority. So yeah, they got the majority.
Yeah. We'll see. It would be cool if he is the leader, and then that's like revealed, like, oh, even when Superman standing next to him, Batman standing next to him, Wonder Woman, all those big guns, and it's like Terrific is the leader.
Yeah, put your T on your face. Put your T on your face. That's all he needs is a song. Put the T on your face. Put the T on your face.
That sounds sexual and wrong. I don't know. I don't like
so
that.
You got to get a female rapper to say it.
I don't like
I
that.
want him to come over to my place. Put the T on my face.
Oh, I don't like that.
T's up. T's up. A-Town down.
Oh, I don't like that. That's funny.
Somewhere Doja Cat is like, oh, this is genius. Yes.
Amala. That's her real name, Amala.
Her.
Amala. All right. We have some supers. Let's answer those.
I'm getting paper. Look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Yeah.
I hope you were happy with that one, Dre. He says Darius is in my chat today. Darius in my chat today got compared to Aaron Pierre. Look,
really? Well, thank you, everybody out there. That's a compliment, because I'm not ashamed to say it, not afraid to say it. That's a good looking brother.
Well, he's got T on his face, Tiana Taylor.
No,
he got them double T's.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I'll take it. Thank you.
I gotta see your
green
hair.
eyes. I need the green eyes.
Yeah. But I just muscle up a little bit, maybe. Yeah.
Need the green eyes. If I had the green eyes and that accent, I'd be coming out here killing y'all. I'll be honest with you. If I had those green eyes and that accent, I'd have 1.1K in here right now. Shirtless, green eyes, accent, shirtless. What's up, fam? Yeah, they'd be like, oh man, Aaron Pierre.
They'd say he's such a good lyricist, unlike these other YouTubers.
Oh, Cornelius said that. Well, thank you, Cornelius. And I will take that, because Cornelius, it'd be spot on with some of his tweets and things like that out there. So I'll take it. Thank you. And everybody else that agrees with it. Hey, darkest day and brightest light, no evil shall escape my sight.
Another one.
Well, we're moving on now to the side.
This one comes from Michael Nemo. Naboo is in the mask.
Yes.
Kent dies. Khalid takes over.
That's right, because Naboo takes over whoever's in the mask, and then once they eventually die, then somebody else takes over in the mask. So it's kind of like in Young Justice currently. Zatanna's father is being controlled by, well, not controlled, but has a deal with Naboo where he has to be the one that is used as fate. So yeah, that's true.
That's stupid. Mantles and reincarnations and.
Well, it was a deal. It was a deal that was made that in Young Justice, at least, the mask got taken off and Zatanna put it on because they were fighting some other really strong magical users, and so she put it on, and Naboo wouldn't let her take it off. And he was like, no, she is fate now, and all this kind of stuff, and blah, blah, blah. And then her dad was like, no, please take me. She has so much life to live. And he was like, this is an agreement I can take. And then, boom. So every year, he gets to take it off for 5 minutes to talk with Zatanna. But then he puts it right back on after that 5 minutes.
Does he age? Like, is he going to have 5 years of wrinkles?
He's older every time he meets with his daughter. And she only, like I said, she only gets to meet with him for 5 minutes.
But he's like magical. Can't he like project what he looks like underneath the mask? He can be like, here, abracadabra, this is what I look like right now. So get used to it when I unmask.
No, because once he puts on the mask, it's not Zatanna's father that's in control. Naboo is in control.
Oh yeah, okay. We got more supers.
Let's go.
Fly as an eagle, fresh out of Philly. Yeah, I still rep the city. Mirrors on the wall, worth $500 million.
Will Smith, Michael Nemo. So he says, Terrific was better in this film than on the CW. And I looked it up. He's not even Michael Holt in the CW. Of course he was better in this film.
Yeah. I didn't watch any of the CW stuff, like none of it. The only thing I watched was, that's a lie. I won't say none of it. I really was into Superman and Lois. That was really good. I like that one.
Okay.
But the other stuff, like the Flash one, I didn't get into. Really, for a lot of those shows, it's CGI that takes me out. Like, if CGI is not good, it's really hard for me to get into movies. That's why I've not seen, and some people might gasp at this, I've not seen any of the Reeves Supermans or anything like that. Like the, what's his name? Adam West Batman's. Sorry, it takes me out. I can't do it.
Yeah, that's a good standard to have, though. So Terrific was better. Yes, he was. He did great. The voice was fine. I seen jokes comparing him to Robert Downey's character, Kirk Lazarus, was it? Yeah, whatever. His political haircut from Grace Randolph, all those comments. He did good. He did okay. There's nothing wrong with what he did. I've seen people say, well, he was speaking in jive. Doc, if he spoke the way he spoke and he was still the intelligent character that he is.
Speaking in jive.
I've seen Twitter about it. Tyler, who runs Godhood Comics, he got he got beat up in Twitter because he said this is great because it didn't have to be rap music. Like, he was just beating people up, right? Like, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense to me. And then people are saying you hate yourself and what's wrong with rap music, and this character was a stereotype, and he's unlike Ironheart, this and that. And I was like, damn, this comment section or this comment thread is just whack.
Yeah,
Terrific was great.
Yeah, Terrific was great. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, no, Terrific was great. And I also think that the whole, no, never mind. I was gonna say, speaking in jive, that's what? I guess I'm not computing it because he sounded fucking intelligent to me. So, are you talking about just because he had like black vernacular behind it and stuff like that? The
Yeah, you said
soul behind his words and shit.
That's wrong to say that you can't be intelligent and have that, or whatever they're trying to go for.
So now we're just on Twitter. I mean, not now. We've been on Twitter saying stupid shit, but that's dumb. I'm glad I avoid those conversations. I'm glad I didn't see that conversation.
I've been boozy since I left. I ain't changing for a check. Tell my mind I ain't forget.
Michael Nemo with the fact that Terrific is race swap is still cool, though. Terry Sloan is a different character than Michael Holt. He died. He was not used. He was unsuccessful. And then they just threw the name on Terrific on somebody else. So while you are partly correct, there's enough of a distinction there where I'm okay with supporting this character. But sure. How do you feel about this? Terrific as a race swap.
I've always seen Terrific as black. I mean, I was introduced to him as black, so in my headcanon, he is black. The figures I have of him have always been black. I've never in my life seen a white Mr. Terrific like figure, and I'm a collector, so he's black.
When we were born, that first Mr. Terrific didn't exist. They weren't using him. He died in a comic book, and he was off of the radar. So it doesn't really affect us. In a perfect world, of course, they, Mr. Terrific or Michael Holt calls himself something else unassociated with the Terry Sloan character. But sure, like there's a little bit of an attachment there.
Never take a damn thing slow. All I know is chase this dough and get money.
Another one from Michael. Green eyes, shirtless, Brit accent in Oklahoma.
Hey. My high school year, my freshman, sophomore year, one of my best friends, he lives in London. He might actually be watching. Shout out to you, Josh, if you are. He is from London. He moved here, his family, and he's in Oklahoma, played basketball. So he was shirtless sometimes, British accent. Funniest thing, we went to a baseball game one time, it was freezing. And I was complaining, and he got so mad, and he yelled at me with this British accent. He was like, "Darius, man, why are you always fucking complaining? You're always fucking complaining." He's like, "Of course it's gonna be cold." It's just so, it's funny. Yeah, British accents in Oklahoma, it happens. They're here. We have them. He moved back to London after we
He
graduated.
said Oklahoma is rubbish.
After we graduated, he moved back. So,
And Michael says, "When I was born, Terry was dead. Still a race swap." All right. You know, if we want to be technical, it's not a race swap because we don't say that somebody black is Terry Sloan. We just say that the character of Terry Sloan died. The character of Michael Holt called himself Mr. Terrific.
He's black. What's next?
Where are we
on our
going
list?
next?
Is it Harry?
Harry Potter?
Mr. Porter.
Let's keep it British, eh?
Mr. Porter. Okay, this is what we've got for Harry Potter. Let's start with the comments made by Jason Isaac. Jason Isaac, who some of you know in the Harry Potter films as Malfoy's father, Draco Malfoy's father. He also voices and should have played in live action the Grand Inquisitor in Rebels. Is that my screen or is that your screen?
Oh, I was sharing my screen. Here, go you.
He just has said that fans are racist if you're not in line with the casting of, again, is it Paapa as Snape in the HBO new Harry Potter series. Now, what he exactly said, he said, "I don't have the power to sack an actor from the series, and I wouldn't exercise it if I did." Oh no, that's Rowling. This is J.K. Rowling on Twitter, and then she said the microblogging platform formerly known as Twitter and now owned by Elon Musk. I don't believe in taking away people's jobs or livelihoods because they hold legally protected beliefs that differ from mine. I don't think she's talking about oh no, she is. She's talking about the casting of Paapa. But where's what's his name? This is what he said. This is what Jason Isaac said. "Paapa is one of the best actors I've ever seen in my life. I've seen some people online who are being rude about him. What they're being is racist," Isaac said in a fan expo in Denver. "All the cast of the new Harry Potter TV series are amazing. They will swallow their tongues. Hopefully, their digital tongues when they see what Paapa has done on screen." And just for me, as someone who is black, I don't think I can I be racist toward, I mean, I could be racist, I guess, toward my own race. I could hate my race, be anti-black and things like that. Although, as you all know, I'm not that. I am simply still saying Paapa, despite how good of an actor he may be, and I could be wrong. After I read this quote, because I saw this quote a few days ago, after I read it, analyzed it, thought about it, things like that, maybe I could be blown away by his acting chops as Snape. Maybe he's got some big shoes to follow in Alan Rickman, but that's not the point. It's not the point of him being a phenomenal actor. And I know some people are going to say, well, we're looking at the acting. We're not looking at the person. I'm sorry. When we are casting for Harry Potter and we are putting so much emphasis on these kids better look like Harry, she better look like Hermione, he better look like Ron, well, then he damn well better look like Snape. Doesn't look like him. It has nothing to do with being racist. It has nothing to do with him being a phenomenal actor or anything. He doesn't fit the bill. He does not look like him. That's the issue. And then when you go into the issues that Marcus and others have brought up, Snape was bullied. So the only black kid at Hogwarts is going to be getting bullied because we know good damn well the African school that is mentioned in Legacy, Hogwarts Legacy, the video game, is not going to be mentioned because it's not mentioned in any of the books. It's not mentioned in any of the movies. So we're not going to mention it here. Or maybe they throw a creative difference thing in there and then maybe they mention it. I don't know. But the only black kid at Hogwarts, unless there's other black kids at Hogwarts he's going to be hanging out with or something like that, he's even if he is hanging out with other black kids, it's still bullying the black kid. So how does that look? How does that work? Where does the racism come in on that? So I disagree with his comments. I mean, I do agree that there are people out there being racist toward him just because he is black. But I think majority, well, I don't even want to say majority. I don't even say majority. From my side of the fence, I'm coming at it I'm not looking at his acting chops. I'm looking at, he doesn't look like Snape.
It's cheap to paint all criticism as racist. It's like, you got something bad to say about it, we, the machine, will label you as a person who is racist because you didn't fully open arms accept this casting. There's only one conclusion we can come to. It's simple.
Yeah. I mean, and you look at this. They're talking about other casting as well. Like, we just got. Let me go to this actually. We just recently got who's going to be playing like Dudley. We got our new Dudley. Similarities, and obviously not a one for one of the kid, but hey, they look alike.
Yeah.
We've got who's going to be playing the broom instructor, Madam, what's her name? Rolanda.
Sure.
Similar. Dye her hair white. That's her. Then, of course, we've got everyone down here. We've got Lithlow, who's going to be playing Dumbledore.
McGonagall.
Janet is going to be playing McGonagall. She's from Ozark. And then some of these others, I'm not sure where they're from, these two. But going to be playing Hagrid. And we just got our first look at Hagrid in the, also Neville. Got our new Neville.
He's thin for a Neville.
He is thinner than Neville. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know we had our. Okay, so we got our the one black kid, because there's two black kids in Harry Potter.
That's
all
a
right?
question mark.
There's the two black kids in Harry Potter. There's the one that's like 3 points for Gryffindor. The one that gives the announcement.
Commentary.
The commentary. Her. She's the one, and then him. Those are the two black kids.
So
at Hogwarts.
The guy says, I found this because in the followers list of many of the kids who were already cast, he was following. So that leaves you to believe that he's playing Dean. That's funny.
Maybe was he the only black kid in the list? Because I mean, Dean, outside of when she's commentating, you don't see her. So, so I don't know. This dude, he's playing Ollivander. He's from I know him from Game of Thrones. The Citadel dude that's with them all the time. And then we got to see Harry yesterday. Now this one here will show you our Hagrid. 1 for 1. Looks the same. I'm interested to see when Paapa puts on his costume. He'll probably still have the fade. I think he should keep the fade. I've seen the photoshopped pictures with the hair. I think there's one here. This is not what we need to go for. This is not it.
Cut my life into pieces.
Yeah, that's not
Suffocation. I want to see that major picture again with the 9 faces. The one on the top left where he plays the first, the guy who has Voldemort on his head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it's the turban. See, it's same thing with Hagrid. If so much of your outfit is prosthetics, then yeah, you'll match the character.
Yeah. I mean, but Janet, she fits McGonagall. And all it is a pointy hat. Yeah, she fits McGonagall. So as I said before, where I wasn't excited for the series, I am excited for the series. Each season is going to be a book. They're going to cover it. And I think that they are really obviously taking this very seriously. I don't think there's ever been a really more important casting outside of Ron, Harry for a TV show, Ron, Harry, and Hermione. So I'm excited for this. I really am. I think Lithlow is going to be great as Dumbledore. I've been singing praises to Janet from her performance in Ozark as Helen. So she's going to do great, I think. And then, of course, we'll see. They took their time on casting these kids. How many kids they see over before they decided that these 3 are the 3 they're going to go with. Of course, we got to see what chemistry is going to be like and everything like that. But I'm excited for this. I really am. I still disagree with the racist comments. We'll have to see exactly what Paapa looks like on screen, but I'm excited still.
Yeah, it's just a shield. It's just to have protection from any sort of hate or valid criticisms. You're racist. Boom. And a lot of white liberals are going to fall for that one.
Yeah. I don't. There are people being racist toward the casting. I don't want to say majority. I just don't know that a lot of people are really coming from it with racist intent, more as, because when I first saw it, when it first hit, I saw a lot of people saying, why race swap him? I mean, I said the same thing. Why race swap him? And I saw John Campion making the comment, well, Alan Richmond wasn't the age of the character that when he was cast, the character was a different age than what Alan Richmond was at the time. Oh, okay. That is not a good comparison, first of all. Age, race.
What's the comparison? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say with the prosthetics or with de aging, you can make him look younger if that's an issue. But he was saying because Alan Richmond was cast at whatever age he was cast at Snape, that wasn't Snape's age in the book when at the age that Richmond was playing it. And I'm like, that's not a good comparison.
They're co-signing inaccuracy. See, we can be inaccurate. So why are you complaining now? It's inaccurate, right? That's the point of a movie. Not everything's going to be the same. It's in the racial discussions that I have. It appears to be progressive because they got someone black to be cast in their Harry Potter. But long term, since they'll just hire a white guy to play him next time, you've not actually provided the progress part. Hermione Granger was casted. They got like a black actress once for the play. Cool. But as you guys can see from the picture Darius put up, Hermione's not black in this one. She's a tinted, I don't know what she is, but she's something else in this one. The representations don't last when we do race swaps. And if you're having a strictly representation conversation, then you should not be pleased with this. But if you're just on some, well, you see, it doesn't have to be the same, then you're being dishonest. Age doesn't match. Yeah, this one didn't need to be, since Snape gets hung and bullied. It's going to change that story and make James a racist. Mad Snape was talking to Lily.
Yeah, that.
Marcus
hung and bullied. Same thing with even though she's not, what is she? She's not white.
I don't know. I forgot her name. I think the clue is in her middle name or something.
But we even brought up, her getting called a filthy little mudblood.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll see how they handle it all. Shut up. No one's talking to you, filthy little mudblood. Don't touch me, you mudblood. We'll see how that goes. Still excited for it. Very ready for it because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Love Harry. Love those films.
Her name is Arabella Stanton. The Arabella. And her skin tone is darker than what we know people from sunny old England look like. Here, I'm not sharing it. This picture. That's not white, respectfully. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm still ready for it. Like I said, I just have to see it. I have to see him and it on the screen and how it's going to be handled and everything. And then from there, I can be like, okay, overreacted. Maybe it doesn't matter. But as of right now, it matters.
Mm-hmm.
It truly matters. I think that outside of Harry Potter was one of the last things on the one of the last things on our list there.
Can I throw something at you that I prepared?
C.
All right. We're gonna go back and forth on this. We might both agree on this, but there's something to show you. Which character from these different franchises had the better redemption arc? Look on the screen when you're ready. You are looking on the screen.
I'll be the best you ever had.
Zuko.
Zuko and Vegeta.
Zuko.
Quickly came to that answer.
Yes. Zuko, in my opinion, has one of the best character arcs ever. Ever. EVER, all capitalized.
But you said ARC, arc. 2 seasons he's a villain. 3rd season, hey, want to join you and maybe I can help you.
No. We're not going to downplay.
Boom Boom Man.
We're not going to downplay that. This man, at the very first episode we saw him, was screaming and foaming at the mouth to catch the Avatar, to please his father, to regain his honor and everything like that. Disrespecting his uncle, yelling at him, yelling at the crew and everybody, being mean. We watched Zuko's progression, not only when he was chasing the Avatar, but dealing with other people too. Let's not forget the episode that they bought that tea, had that tea shop in Ba Sing Se, and he went on that date with that girl, and she really opened him up and changed him into a completely different person. We watched Zuko progress over 3 seasons. It wasn't just 2 seasons villain, 3rd season, hey guys, I saw you were being chased by someone I hired to kill you. I'm sorry I did that. Can I join your team? And then there's the whole episode between him and Kara. Said Kara. Katara. Jesus. Yes.
Fake fan. So I'm looking at it this way. He had a motivation of restoring honor to my clan and this and that. Vegeta had planet Namek blow up. Vegeta had actual things, and he'd be thankful he was off world when it happened. He had to see the guy every single day, or at work, Frieza, he had to see him. He would get lied to. He seen his brother die. Nappa was his brother, right? He's seen his brother die. He joins the good guys who we just fought. He just lost to Goku. He joins them ever so slowly, and then he sees one of them turn Super Saiyan. I'm gonna turn Super Saiyan 2. Oh, let me power up. I can do it. He had this bomb ass music. Zuko did not have a theme like Vegeta had. I enjoyed Vegeta's turn. I like Vegeta's voice actor. I like Zuko's voice actor too. Maybe they're both 10 out of 10 in that category. But the villainous, like when something happens to Bulma and Vegeta just lights up, I remember Vegeta with his son Trunks and how he becomes a father. We don't see scenes of Zuko as a father. We get like 10 episodes of him as a good guy. If that, maybe less than that.
Yes, but we also see from the very beginning, if we even go back to before the first episode of Zuko with flashbacks and his mother and how his sister treated him when they were little, how his father always despised Zuko. He asked a simple question in a meeting and was told he had to fight his father in Agni Kai. Didn't want to fight his father, but still his father did it and hurt him and injured him and then banished his mother. He was lied to about his whereabouts of his mom, told his mom was dead. His mom wasn't really dead. So he grew up with this resentment from everyone around him, except for his uncle. His father hated him. Sister hated him. He was banished, told you can't come back until you find the Avatar, searching for the Avatar, all this kind of stuff. And then goes through all of that just to be lied to once again, told to come back. Father forgives you, all this kind of stuff. And then to get into the same argument again with his father, banished once again, lied to, treated his uncle like shit. The person who was there for him the whole time. Uncle turned his back on him a little bit. Then had to go out again, find Aang and apologize to them and all that kind of stuff. Join the team. As far as having a kid and growing up and seeing him be a father, no, we didn't get to see Zuko be a father, but we did see the horrible childhood that he had.
We heard about the childhood from Vegeta. What would I rather have? A coddled prince like Zuko or a warrior prince like Vegeta? Like, you had your mom. I know your dad was away, but you had your mom. And Zuko and Azula were fine in the beginning. Like, they didn't all have this the resentment towards each other in the beginning.
Azula hated him.
Not always. In that flashback, they were fine. It was just playful little hi, bye, It wasn't that bad.
You're remembering that flashback differently. She bullied him in that flashback.
Maybe I'm remembering it differently.
Yeah, she was a bully. She was a
I
bully
know one
since
thing, though.
Inception.
I know you mentioned the Agni Kai, and in the TV show live action, the Agni Kai, he actually fights back. It's not like he doesn't want to fight his dad. He actually fights back.
See, again, changes I don't care for. I didn't know that. I didn't know that because I didn't finish that show. But I don't like that. Why? Why do that? No. I don't like it. He shouldn't have fought back because he never wanted to. He didn't want to disrespect his father. He cared about his father. He respected his father. He wanted to be like his father in certain ways. So no, I didn't like the fact that he fucking fire back.
I see Dre who says Vegeta hands down, and I see Lawrence who says that journey changed him. And I don't know who we're talking about, but let's open it up to chat. Chime in right now. Vegeta, Zuko, who you got? I'm gonna read a super right now.
Got a handful of stacks, better grab an umbrella. I make it right. I make it rain on them hoes.
$5. Darius, wouldn't you have liked new contemporary characters in Broader World over a reboot?
No. And the reason I say no is because I didn't get into Fantastic Beasts and the dressers they come from. I didn't get into that. That wasn't I didn't like it. And I think it's because it's we're in the magical world of wizardry and all that, but where's Mr. Potter? That's what I care about. Where's Mr. Potter? Didn't care. What's the guy's name? Freddie? Eddie? I don't know. Fantastic Beast. So no, I don't think it would work.
What if you could get Daniel Radcliffe to reprise his role as Harry and the rest of those dudes? That'll be all right.
Oh, if you got like Daniel Radcliffe and then back?
Yeah, if it took place in the same world.
Yeah, yay. Yes. I'm all for that. Bring them back. The Cursed Child.
Something like that. That could be happening on the side. That could be season 2 subplot. It's Michael says, yeah, Fantastic Beasts sucked. Eddie Redman. All right. Hey, I asked live chat if you guys wanted to chime in on the Prince Zuko, Prince Vegeta thing, and no one else wrote in. So thanks. I thought it was an interesting topic. I had fun talking to you about it, Darius, and I hope they enjoyed watching, even though no one wants to chime in. It's all right. It's all good.
You don't have another this or that?
Nah, that was the only one I had today.
That works. That's fun.
Does it? You want a second one tomorrow? Okay, I'll think of one.
Yeah, think of another one.
Maybe I should ask the chat first before we chime in, actually. We don't want to sway the votes.
I like the this or that. That's a good one.
I see you looking on the side. Fantastic Four?
I was trying to think of something that's a this or that.
Stamina hit us with, I only know Zuko, so I can't share an opinion. All right, that's valid. Terry Sloan or Michael Holt? Well, that's easy. We're going to go with Michael Holt, the only Mr. Terrific that exists. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, keep the this or the that. Yeah. All right. Thanks for the I swear I'm Creative Productions. Thank you for that. Are you guys excited for Weapons? Sorry, never heard of it. I'll check it right now.
Yeah, I've not heard of it either. Why is everyone congratulating the production team and team around Agatha? What did they win? They won something?
They won something?
Oh, they're Emmy nominated.
Nice.
For 3 Emmys.
Okay, so Weapons is the film 2025, and starring it's Julia Gardner, Josh Brolin, Benedict Wong, and Brian Tyree Hill is a 4th on the casting. So I ask you why I would care about Weapons. It's a horror mystery, not much of a horror guy.
I love horror.
Cool. Enjoy.
What is it about horror that you don't like? You just don't like being scared?
Yeah, that's it. Like, I don't see them enough. I like Sinners, but I just don't want to be scared and have a nightmare.
Sinners is not a horror movie.
Okay. Then I don't slide. I've never seen a horror in a while.
Yeah, I don't. I guess I get it. I know there's some people that are going to say, well, it's a different type of horror. It's horror in another way. That's fine. That's fine. For me, horror is I'm turning on lights to go to the restroom. I'm looking over my shoulder, walking down the hall. I'm seeing things that aren't there at night. That's the shit I thrive off of on horror. If I'm not doing that, it didn't do its job.
Okay.
And I haven't felt that in a long time in a horror film, and I'm starting to get pissed because it's like I'm like, why am I not scared? Like I gave that Woman of the Yard a chance. Fuck no. God. So bad. I hated it. I'm gonna give this new one a chance with. You can probably pull up the trailer to that one with Julia Gardner.
It's a Warner Brothers, so they'll flag us or they'll demonetize.
We didn't do this though. James Gunn breaking down the Infinity Stones. It's the first few minutes of that interview. How he said he came up with the Infinity Stones in 3 minutes. The lore for the Infinity Stones in 3 minutes. Only reason I wanted to talk about this because it's like people keep talking about how they are about Marvel and the third act of Doomsday. Hell, they didn't even know what the fuck they were doing with the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Had no idea. In this interview he did in a couple of the interviews James has done lately, he's taken a lot of different shots at Marvel, talking about post-credit scenes, talking about rushing things, talking about he said having two superheroes in the same scene that you never seen before, that might have worked at one point in time, but audiences are over that. People don't want to see that. That's dead. It's played out. Like I think he took shots like saying like, yeah, see what they're doing over there, Marvel? We're not going to do that stupid shit. We're going to do that.
I'll play some of it. I got it open on the side. I just got to the part where he mentioned stones.
3 minutes in writing that, and that's then what became the rest of the Infinity Stones. There was never anybody that said anything other than, I think the red thing and the blue thing are going to end up being Infinity Stones. That wasn't in the plan to begin with. No. I made up the Infinity Stones in 2 seconds. I have no idea I had no idea that was going to become what it was going to become. The purple Infinity Stone was there. It wasn't. It was red. So when we shot it, it was red. In the movie, I shot a red Infinity Stone. And then afterwards, they were like, yeah, I think we're going to make the thing in Thor 2 an Infinity Stone. And that one's red. So we had to change it from red to purple in post.
Bro, a 2014 movie. You'd think they'd have it figured out by then.
Yeah, like I said, I don't remember exactly where else in the interview it is. This is a 26-minute video. Where else in the interview where he's talking about like that works for that period of time, but that just doesn't work now. And he was talking about post-credit scenes and how like leaving people empty, wanting questions and never following up on them. Like he was taking some shots.
Oh.
He was taking some shots.
I'll listen to that whole thing eventually, but like just knowing the Infinity Stones, which was the bread and butter, which was the build up, and then he's getting, oh no, change it to red, change it to purple. I think that's like, we're gonna make it our idea in a 2014 movie. Then in 2015, we find out the scepter that Loki was using, that's actually the Mind Stone, and then we can use that for Vision. And we're gonna do Doctor Strange movie. Eye of Agamotto, now that's a green time stone now. Okay, yeah, they just fell and made a solid arc of 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got what we've got since. Damn, they got lucky.
They did.
It was fun. I loved those 10 years of just, oh my God, Marvel's got a movie out. I'm either going to like it or I'll love it. It's one or the other.
It was one or the other. It was like, I have, in Snapchat, you have your Snapchat memories, and I have my memories that always come up of me sitting at a particular Marvel movie in the theater. And I would always take a picture of right when the Marvel starts to flip and it says Marvel across. I would always take a picture of that and I would title and post on my story and say Marvel about to do it again. I haven't done that since Eternals. I haven't done that in a long time. So Yeah, it used to be a thing where it was like, I'm gonna sit down. Marvel's gonna do it again. We're gonna go talk about it, and it's gonna be loved. No,
When you have that much sustained excellence, though, like they create a fan for life. We were talking about Avatar earlier, sustained excellence for 3 years, and now we're excited to see who the Avatar is. 2 Avatars later, it'll be twins, and we're interested in that. Game of Thrones had sustained excellence, and we're watching House of Dragon because of that, even though it kind of ended badly.
I'm waiting on this Knights of the Seven Kingdoms trailer that we still haven't gotten from them. We're supposed to be getting a season 3 trailer for House of Dragon at the end of this year. So I am you're right, big Game of Thrones fan. They have that ability to do that, sustain and keep going and keep going. Several stories that can be told. Excited for it.
Yeah, that's why you gotta check out Ianu. It was good. Not excellent, but it was sustained good. We'll see what they do season 2.
The only problem, like I said, for me with Ianu, it's the same thing. It's the thing that takes me out of a lot of stuff. It's either CGI or animation. The animation, I'm not a fan of.
Put it on the background.
It's not just that. Injustice, DC, I didn't watch that. I didn't watch Crisis rather. I didn't like the animation. The animation for Crisis is not good.
You watched the Kevin Hart, Will Ferrell Get Hard, right? So, well, no, actually, you said that it was auto playing, and that's why. Okay, listen, just have it on the background. Auto play Ianu.
When would I have Ianu? What platform would I be on that Ianu is on that I'd be watching? What is
Max.
it on?
It's on Cartoon Network, so HBO Max.
Is it?
Yeah.
We'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do it.
The we'll see lasted 3 seconds, and then it was I can't do it.
Yeah, no. You've shown enough of it for me to get a sense and a feel that I'd quickly turn.
She's staying the whole stream.
Can't do it. It gives those Sagwa vibes. The cats. What's her name too? The talking bunny and the pig. All of them, aren't they all from the same production company? Peppa Pig, Max and Ruby, Ruby and Max. It was a popular cartoon back in the day. Maybe not so more since Bluey has taken 25 billion watch minutes or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. But
it might come for SpongeBob. SpongeBob's got the record now for the most seasons. I think Bluey, I don't know if that ever ends. When will kids not like dogs?
SpongeBob hasn't ended. SpongeBob's been on since 99.
Yeah, so SpongeBob will end eventually.
Yeah, are you sure?
They've ended once before, and they've just continued. They've ended.
SpongeBob has ended?
Yeah, they actually had a finale episode, and then they just rebooted it a couple years later.
There was a finale episode for SpongeBob?
Okay.
I feel like I've seen most of all the... I know I've seen all the old ones because SpongeBob was my shit. I was in first grade when that came out. The very first episode I saw was the Krusty Krab. Yeah. SpongeBob, it's my shit. It's still funny as fuck to this day. I don't care. I will be a little kid laughing my ass off at SpongeBob. It's funny as hell. Funny. The episode where him and Patrick adopted that clam. Ha! Ha! Comedy. There's some comedy geniuses over there at Nickelodeon. That shit was comedy.
They only have 16 seasons. Arthur went longer than that.
There's only 16 seasons of SpongeBob, but isn't it still going on?
I guess they took like a 10-year break off. Something. I want to find like a proper episode counting. Okay, look, in 2018, they stopped basically.
Didn't the dude that voiced him pass originally? The original voice actor, or the creator? Somebody passed.
I've seen the voice actor. He's still alive.
Okay, it might have been the creator.
Might have been this guy who sings the opening song, the pirate. Might have been him. If it's not him, I'm wrong to say that. Never mind. I'm sorry.
You are wrong because we don't even know his involvement in the show past the fucking theme song.
Yeah, I remember someone asked JaVale McGee, "Your mom, she played in the WNBA. She's still alive? What? Yeah, she is." Yikes! You know the best. You know the best parents interview was. It was when Kyrie Irving was asked, "Is LeBron a good parental role on the team?" Andre says, "Was never a fan of SpongeBob, and I liked Ren and Stimpy." LOL.
See, opposite. I was not a Ren and Stimpy fan. That was around that. I liked Rocko's Modern Life. I liked Cat Dog. All Real Monsters was all right. Angry Beavers was my shit. But anytime that the dolls came on, those plastic dolls, like those real life dolls that they moved like frame by frame ones, I forgot what the name of their little. It wasn't a show. It was like a short in between shows. I don't remember what it was called. Damn, it's gonna Kablam. I think it was Kablam. It was Kablam. It was on Nickelodeon. It was a whole thing. But Ren and Stimpy, if I remember correctly, was originally supposed to be a Comedy Central show and a more adult themed show, because there's an episode in particular where they are sawing a piece of wood, and I think Ren has his back turned to the saw, butt up, and Stimpy has a saw where in between his legs, and he's sawing, but it's sawing and going into Stimpy's ass.
Stimpy's the dumb one, right?
I'm finding it's on Daily Motion.
Let's get this job done.
Oh, there it is. That's it.
Yeah, that's a bit much, man. That's a bit much.
Oh, the kids. It was for the kids. It was for the kids. It was for the kids. Like I said, I think that was originally supposed to be on Comedy Central, that the whole show. I think it was an adult-centered show at first. But Ren and Stimpy, yeah, it was there. But all those shows, every show, Cow and Chicken, Powerpuff Girls on Cartoon Network, all those shows had adult-themed jokes that just went over our fucking heads as kids. Johnny Bravo had a shit ton of them. It just went over our heads.
I wasn't that innocent of a kid. That wouldn't have gone over my head.
No, it went over my head. Like, I didn't see the big deal with Cow and Chicken, and even some of the stuff from Billy and Mandy. I didn't, but a lot of it, when you go back and you watch, like I went back and watched Codename Kids Next Door when it was on HBO Max. I don't know why the fuck they took it off, but Codename Kids Next Door was on there. Loved that fucking shit. That was my shit. That Ed, and Eddie, all of those. Come on. You didn't catch some of those in Ed, and Eddie? I caught some of them, even being the innocent child that I was in Ed, and Eddie.
This is nuts. With the hearts.
Oh, that shit's that's funny. His face. Fairly Odd Parents. I mean, they had some, I guess, but they did too. But they were more, yeah. No, they did. They did. I'm thinking of some stuff Cosmo used to say. They did. They had some. They had some for sure. Stamina said, "Hey, yo." Saving the cheeks on the cheeks and two. Yeah, that's what he was doing. That shit's funny. That's funny. As an adult, maybe I go back and watch Ren Stimpy and laugh. I did not as a child. I did not as a child. I didn't watch Ren and Stimpy. Did you guys have the same cartoons in Canada?
Yeah, just it would be on a different channel.
Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius was another one.
That was cool. The movie happened first, right? And then they did a TV show because it was so successful.
Yes. Yeah, the movie was really good. The movie's actually one of my favorite Nickelodeon movies, I guess you could say. It's a really good one. And they're talking about doing a sequel to that as of like a couple months ago. Talked about doing a sequel to that.
Where he's a father?
No, I don't believe so. I think it'd be a little bit of time after the first one, which I don't know why do that. Yeah, see, it's right here, Jimmy Neutron movie 2. Yes, a sequel to the 2001 movie Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius is in development at Paramount Animations and Nickelodeon Films. Screenwriter Adam Paapa has confirmed he is working on the project, which has been in development since December 2023. The news was initially reported by a user on X and later confirmed by Paapa's LinkedIn. So why so much time after? I don't know. I don't even know. Do you have that audience? I mean, it's not the same. I feel like with Lilo and Stitch, that was like we're people that grew up on that movie were taking our kids, things like that. Jimmy Neutron, I don't know that has that same effect. Would I go see it? No. But would I wait for it to come on Paramount Plus? Yes. So I don't know.
It has the same effect. It does.
You think so?
Yeah, it is.
You think Lilo and Stitch has the same effect as Jimmy Neutron?
No, well, Lilo and Stitch was more imaginative and will do more better, but Jimmy Neutron does have the same era, the same fan base, the same kids. Yeah, it'll work.
I just don't know that it has the same hype that Lilo and Stitch had.
No,
though.
it won't. It won't. So just manage the budget, and you're not gonna have a CGI monster, so you could. Yeah, if you put like 90.
So you're thinking like people are going to race to theaters to see a film from 2001, Jimmy Neutron, in 2025, maybe 6.
I think so. I think if you give it a Paramount budget of 110 million, 100 million, 90 million, you can make back 400, 500, 400, I'll say.
Understanding said Jimmy still has some pull. Hey, I'm not saying he doesn't. I really like Jimmy Neutron. I'm saying, I really like it. I don't know if I'd be there in theaters to see. It depends on what the plot is. Like, is this years later? Is this minutes later? Hours later? Months?
Uh-huh.
And I personally don't want to see Jimmy. I don't want to see them all as adults. No. Were you passing the torch to his kid or something? No, I'm good. So it would have to be like hours later or months later.
Something just broke. It's that the Fantastic Four has been listed at 1 hour and 55 minutes. Breaking news.
Shorter than Superman. Superman was what? Two something?
209. So 155. The shorter a movie is, the more screenings that you can give it at a cinema, and they'll play it more. You'll make more money. Okay, 155.
On Thursday's IMAX showing, there's only 3 showings in the IMAX for my showing. It's 2:40, 9 p.m., and then something else. And I don't want to see it at 9, and anything after 9, I definitely don't want to see. So I guess I'm seeing the 2:40 on that Thursday.
Many people are saying that it's not enough underneath that tweet. That's the conversation, that it's not enough.
I don't think it's enough. An hour and 55 minutes? I don't think it's enough. I saw the tweet earlier when we were, well, not too long ago when I was scrolling through Twitter, but I don't think that's long enough at all. This goes on to say the new Fantastic Four First Steps review for 30 minutes footage, which you guys kind of went over a little bit, but it says looks colorful and exciting, feels refreshingly different from the main line MCU, full of interesting world building. I mean, I don't know how you can build on a world that's going to be destroyed, packed with intergalactic mayhem, feels like a cartoon come to life.
Good. The last part was good. You want to feel like a cartoon come to life.
Yeah. Now again, hour 55 minutes. I don't know. They showed. Did you see the picture they had of Galactus? Hold on.
No, I didn't see it. Dre says Jimmy's gonna be on drugs, and we have to use the power of friendship to fix him. He's gonna be on that acorn head drug.
No thanks.
I'll show you this. There's an Emmy for Aaron Pierre. Most outstanding television movie, Rebel Ridge.
Good for him. Good movie. Yeah, she's great. If for anybody that hasn't seen Ozark, Jesus. Have you seen Ozark?
No.
Oh my God, you have homework.
I don't want to watch no drugs show.
It's not just a drug show. It's not just that. It's a very good show. Damn it. I cannot find. Well, first of all, I guess I could have just put Galactus instead of Fantastic Four.
As long as Cindy is in it. Cindy from Jimmy Neutron, yeah.
Yeah, she dies. Well, if they're fast forwarding, wouldn't her and Jimmy be married?
They should.
Maybe I don't have it.
And then Carl should have diabetes.
No, he should be skinny. He got into fitness.
I missed that episode.
No, I'm saying it happened off screen.
Oh.
Is it in this picture? I think it might be in this. There he is.
We attempted to negotiate, but Galactus. So he looks menacing, just the eyes, yeah?
Yeah. But Alex of the Cosmic Circus was saying how he should have the size manipulation like he has in the comics, where he can adjust his size to, whatever he wants it to be. So if he wants to come to face with Reed and the rest of the group, he could, or stay the stature that he is. And you can see down here the 4 and
female Silver Surfer.
And Shalabal and how close they are, or how tiny they are compared to him. But you know what? They might have went the way that they went with her, and I don't mind that they went that way because it's not our universe, so I don't give a fuck. Nornrad is in our universe.
You know what, Darius? Yes. If Nornrad's coming in our universe and he's going to be long term, then yes.
Yes, because she's just not our universe.
Mm-hmm.
So with her, I think they went that route to kind of give, because Johnny flirting with her and that, not to give away anything, because I know not everybody likes plot leaks. It's gonna there's a reason she's female. It's gonna play a role, and I think they just had other plans for Norn. I mean, we still got the Silver Surfer spotlight special thing, if they're still doing those on Disney Plus, that Alex over the Cosmic Circus was talking about plans with the Silver Surfer. So I don't mind her being in this. She won't survive this film. We all know that. And that's not a plot leak. That's just, if you know Marvel villains, they don't survive films. I think the only one that survived a film was most recent was Guardians 3. I'm escaping my name. Help me.
Adam Warlock. No, with Cosmo the Space Dog.
No. The villain and Guardians 3. Why am I blanking on who it is? Somebody say it.
Shukwudi, High Evolutionary.
High Evolutionary. Thank you. The High Evolutionary. High Evolutionary is probably the only one that we have seen survive as of late. He did not get killed.
Really?
Oh. I think James even confirmed he's alive.
And none of the other villains died in anything in Phase 5? Who's the villain in Wakanda Forever?
Marvel.
Name more. Kukul Khan.
Marvel. Coogler, Feige, Nate.
Quantumania, they had Kang fall into a micro universe. He's alive.
Well, I guess he'll die soon.
Yeah. He just won't be used.
Yeah, Doom's gonna come in and magic them the fuck up, and they're gonna disappear.
We need the X-Men.
Yeah. So she's not gonna survive this, likely, and I think just enjoy. And she looks good. She does look good. The CGI on her looks really good. She looks really good. Something different though. I was watching the making. I don't know why I was watching this. I really don't. sometimes I just be on YouTube and just stumble on it. The making of Rise of the Silver Surfer. Don't ask. There's no agenda. He was in full suit, the Silver Surfer. That's not CGI. I mean, obviously they go in and touch shit up with CGI, but he's in full like, and it doesn't look campy or like, oh, we have to really go in and CGI this shit up. Like it, I don't think she was in full anything. I think she just had the circles on her face. But he was on a board and everything. Like when he's leaning, when they do that lean thing, when he leans on the board and starts talking to Sue, like that's all practical.
They put a nail at the bottom of his shoe in the heel.
Yep, just like Michael. He leaned forward and Smooth Criminal that shit out.
I wish I never knew how they did that though. It was cool when I didn't know.
It's still cool. I like Understanding said, I like the way she talks too. That whole scene. Can we see that scene really quick? One more thing before we get out of here. Pull that scene up of the are you the protectors of this world? Your planet is marked for death. I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus. That shit's dope. That shit's fucking dope. Ralph, is it Emerson who plays his voice? Says that if you turn it up enough, his voice rattles the speakers because of how much they've dialed it down and how already deep his voice is. So when we actually hear Galactus speak, you might not need to be in a 4DX theater. That shit actually might move.
That'll be an interesting experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Be like, oh shit, Galactus, damn. Can you not find it?
I cannot find it, and I'm looking all through the interwebs.
I think you don't want to find it because you don't
like. I looked. It says Fantastic.
Like
Fantastic Four Shalabal. Maybe I spelt it wrong, and the hyphen is in the right place, but I don't see it.
I'm gonna tag you in it because I'm gonna find it in a few seconds, and then when I do, you just play that.
I'll go to their YouTube channel, Marvel. I'll find it first.
I just found it, and I'm sending it to you now.
No, I'm gonna neglect all the hard work you did because Marvel Entertainment has it on the videos. And Girlfriend there.
Girlfriend.
Right here.
Not that one.
It looks like it in the picture though. This one.
That one.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death. Your world will be consumed by the Devourer. There is nothing you can do to stop him, for he is a universal force, as essential as the stars.
Feels magnitude.
Hold your loved ones close, and speak the words you've been afraid to speak. Use this time to rejoice and celebrate, for your time is short. I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus.
That shit is tough. I don't care what anybody says. That shit is tough. I love it. The tone, the vibe, the dialogue, the way she's delivering that shit. Hug your loved ones. Say the things that you've been afraid to say. What the Devourer is coming. That shit is tough, bro. That shit is fucking tough. Marvel might be crack showing, blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. But when they give you something good, God damn it, they give you something good. And that shit is good.
And it's believable, too. I do think that they could actually lose to Galactus. They're in another universe, right? They're in an expendable place. Galactus can't eat that Earth. Why not?
You could 838 or 83. No, I forget the universe they're in. It's 8 something.
Oh, because you saw it in a leak? Okay.
No, Marvel confirmed it. Marvel Studios confirmed it.
And this is minor, but if you already have an 838, at least name your universe something that doesn't begin with an 8.
It's 828-838, and we are 1999999.
So why would you guys do 828 if you have an 838? It's so confusing. There's two similar.
They need to make sure that they are clear on which Earth we are, though, because in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, she said 616.
Yeah, the 838 have designated the MCU as 616. That's their opinion.
Oh, but I guess what the MCU universe defines themselves as 19999.
Well, there was a handbook that said that like 10 years ago, but Kevin Feige wants no part in that, and he says we're the 616.
Oh, well, the comics is a 616.
So why? Thank you. Right? It's so confusing, but they don't get that. The point of numbering them is so we know which ones we're talking about. But to name two of them the same number is just backwards.
Yeah.
Defeats the purpose.
Yeah. Well, guys, that has been our show. We have the topics and things that we went over with you guys with, and obviously my excitement for the Fantastic Four. Chill's not excitement for the Fantastic Four.
but willingness to enjoy it when it's on.
His willingness to enjoy it when it's on. We'll see. We'll see. I don't like your attitude around Fantastic Four, Chill.
Then you won't. You will not start liking my attitude towards Fantastic Four.
You need to get just as excited about it as I am and have been.
Not today.
It'll come. Don't worry, guys. We're back tomorrow for another episode of the Morning Report. We'll see what's trending, what's being talked about, and we'll get in here and talk with you guys. We'll do another deal of this or that, and then we'll try to do the minute to win it game, where one of you guys will click on the link that we share into the chat, and whoever's the first one in, I think that's how we're decided we're going to do it. Whoever's the first one in, and we might do a spin. I don't know. We haven't completely decided on who's going to play that game. You'll have 60 questions that are not specific to anything. They are, well, I guess specific to pop culture, things that are currently going on, but not just movies, not TV, not Marvel, not DC, not Star Wars, none of that. It's like just things that are currently going on. You have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. If you can get those 10 questions right,
yeah,
you get a prize. We don't know what that prize is yet, but it's it'll be a prize. So yeah, trying to do some fun things and get you guys involved and have more people. So if you like what you saw today, tell more people.
We got to energize these people. Sometimes, sometimes you ask for something and they don't really give it to you. So I don't know. Maybe I gotta caffeinate myself and come in here like the Ultimate Warrior. That's a wrestler, Darius, and just shake the ropes and go. Yeah, that's what it needs. I need to go ultimate.
It's the energy level. She got to come in on the high energy. And are you not entertained? That type of stuff.
I feel like today went well, though. I feel like I didn't cut you off as much times as I noticed yesterday because I watched it back. Maybe it's because I didn't have coffee today. It was just H2O. But yeah, we did our thing.
For sure. So we are back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be back again, like I said, with games, more topics, and things to hang out and chat with you guys about. If you like what you saw today, subscribe. He is Chillmonger. I am Planet Fanatics. If you did not like this video, please go ahead and do that. It definitely helps us out over here. Pushes that video, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their friend to tell their friend, so that we can have some more viewers over here in the Morning Report. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and of course on Thursday for the Pantheon stream. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. We're going to get a better outro.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.